Okay, so
There we go. All right.
Uh,
This is episode 3 for Movie Madness.
Movie Madness, yes.
We finally decided to agree on a name.
Yeah. So, Stanley, how is this going to work?
Okay, with Stan Lee, I was going to say we should probably start off with, this guy pretty much made the superhero genre.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy made so many superheroes, so many of them, that it's crazy to think about how, without any of his work, we would not have an MCU, for starters, and without it, we wouldn't have the other competitors like DC,
Right.
or even Dark Horse.
Right. Which, one massive clarification that I think we should get out of the way really quick is that no, Marvel and DC are not rivals.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, I don't know if you know this, but Stan Lee was actually friends with Bob Kane, creator of Batman.
Really?
Yeah.
So were they just spitballing ideas off each other for superheroes
Yeah.
or something like that, and that's how Bob Kane got? God dang. And, fun little fact, actually, there are a number of superheroes that are actually Jewish.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I based that off the creators.
Huh.
Well, that and, people have said, oh, Peter Parker is most likely Jewish.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, fair enough.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah, that's two big ones that I know of are Batman and Superman. Bob Kane was Jewish, and Jerry Siegel was Jewish as well. Duh.
Also, Marvel and DC, they reference each other all the time.
Mm-hmm. They do. They
in
do.
each other's movies.
Oh yeah, even in Invincible, there was a point where Invincible was teleported through the multiverse to the Marvel universe and DC, and of course, Batman creamed the snot out of Invincible.
Yeah.
So I think he had a little power boost, a little Zenkai boost from that shit.
But yeah, so just to get that massive clarification out of the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
But obviously, the fans are like, DC's better.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at Gabriel Iglesias, one of his kids' friends. When Fluffy was wearing a Marvel shirt, one of his son's friends said, "Weak." Excuse me? DC's better. Have you not seen that routine?
I don't think so.
Dude, it is so funny. Because he literally owns this kid. Where he says, okay, what's one of the superheroes? Well, Green Lantern. Okay, cool. What does he have for a power? Well, he has a magic ring. Buddy, I can tell you, as a guy that has a ring, nobody has power from said ring. I'm like, oh, it's a double whammy for DC and also marriage. It's like, yeah, that was a little bit of a stinger, but he's true.
Yeah.
But anyways, we would not have this massive superhero genre if it weren't for Stan Lee. So I would think we should pay homage to him with, all these heroes that he created. Captain America isn't one of them.
It isn't.
No, Stan Lee did not create Captain America. I think it was Rob Engel or something like that. No, Bob Engel.
Okay.
And they did it for World War II. It wasn't until Stan Lee brought Captain America back and talked to the creators and said, listen, I want to bring him in, that they said, okay, we're going to let, Marvel have Captain America. And of course, I don't know if DC was really on the table at that point.
No. Have you seen the Excelsior documentary?
I have not, but I've seen a lot of people say Excelsior. This one post by It's the Gundam has a picture of him being sat on by She-Hulk. And he just says Excelsior. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Because
But is it about his life?
yes.
Oh, that is so cool.
You gotta watch it.
What platform is it on? Hulu, Netflix?
I think you can actually watch it on YouTube.
YouTube.
Yes.
okay, well, whenever I get a chance where I can have Wi-Fi and nobody's bugging me at work, or I'm at home and I'm done with Stranger Things, I'll watch it.
It might be on Disney Plus.
I mean, that's fair because Disney now owns Marvel.
Yeah. I think there might be a couple of Stanley documentaries.
Yeah. But I remember there was like a whole lot of controversy going around about, how he was towards the end of his life.
Yeah.
Where people were just, working him like an absolute machine. It was sad.
Yeah.
Like, even some of his cameos. We just turned on the chat.
Yeah.
Topic today is Stan Lee's cameos. Oh, we had two people in here. Naya and Sora, okay. Yeah. Excelsior. That's the one thing I'm going to miss about Stan Lee, in all honesty. He was a solid dude. Actually, my cousin got to meet him.
Really?
Yeah, before he passed away. He also was able to meet Chris Hemsworth.
Damn.
Well, here's the thing. They wanted to charge him for a picture, and so Chris Hemsworth sent his people away saying, hey, you might want to go take 5, boys. Get over here quick. I was like, son of a bitch. Sorry, son of a gun. I'm trying to keep this PG. And we can see how well that is going. Oh, Lordy.
Yeah. I remember me and my dad, we auditioned to be extras in Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
My dad got in. I didn't.
Oh.
So you can imagine how I felt about that.
Your dad is in Winter Soldier as an extra. Which scene?
It's the scene in Tower City.
Wait, with the car chase and all that? With Samuel L. Jackson?
No.
No, wait, that was the Metro.
The mall.
The mall?
Yes. We've been trying to find him, but we can't.
Oh, man.
So, yeah.
So now that's 2 people that I know that were extras in Marvel movies.
Yeah.
The first one being my cousin. Funny enough, when the Avengers movie came to town, I don't know if you remember this. It was such a big freaking deal, like so huge, and it was crazy. And that point where Loki was telling them all to kneel, they shot that in front of Tower City before they changed it into like this massive garden area. And it's oh my god, it's so much fun, man. And he literally got the chance to wield one of Captain America's shields. They had multiple, because this thing is solid steel. I know they say vibranium is, but in this case they go with solid stainless steel. This thing must have weighed at least, at a minimum, 25 pounds. Maximum for when they wanted him to deflect stuff, 50. Yeah. And then he had another one that was like a frisbee that was meant for him to throw.
Yeah, but anyway, my dad, like when he was like on set, at Tower City, he said he actually got to talk to the actor who played Crossbones.
Yo, we got to talk with Crossbones?
Yeah.
Oh my god, how? Yeah, I bet you the guy was a real sweetheart.
He's a really, according to my father, he's actually a really nice guy.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Kind of like a fitness nut, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, as somewhat of a fitness nut myself, it makes sense because if you're a superhero, you have to fit this picture-perfect form of, like, a bodybuilder sort of thing, like a superhero.
Yeah.
And we're not talking like, Arnold Schwarzenegger in his heyday buff, like Conan the Barbarian. We're talking, just like, superhero standard, which is just like massive broad shoulders, taper off. So you're kind of like, as a BuzzFeed player, you're kind of like a Dorito chip. As a man, that's what you're supposed to be like. Get up here. Get up here, pup. Get up.
He also said that it looked like Scarlett Johansson was in a bad mood the entire time.
Yeah. Oof. Maybe she had a bad day, or she didn't get her soy latte or something like that.
Oh.
To talk about a little bit of a prima donna, but I bet she stayed away from that, didn't you? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. But okay, back to Stanley.
Okay, yes, back. We got to get back to Stan Lee here because we just spent 10 minutes talking about other stuff that has happened. But Stan Lee has literally created Marvel Comics, which has been long-standing since what, 50s, maybe 60s?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you include the Captain America run, we'll call it 40s. So this thing has been a juggernaut for 80 years. But it wasn't always that way.
Yeah. And Spider-Man actually just celebrated his 60th anniversary.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
But as I was saying, it wasn't always like this where the Marvel Comics was so big. There was actually a couple of times where I think Marvel just didn't have enough money. One was recent, the other time was in the 90s when the X-Men, Hulk, and Captain America cartoons, and Spider-Man cartoons were going. I say Captain America because they actually had some footage done. It was going to take place in World War II on the Fox Kids cartoons channel.
Wow.
But you couldn't say the word Nazi. You couldn't even put Nazi in there. I was like, this is World War II. Oh my God.
So that's probably why the show didn't get picked up.
Oh yeah. Well, also they ran out of money.
Oh.
They had no money left because the censors went absolutely ballistic. Did you know in the 60s, when Spider-Man was a cartoon, he was punching people all over the place. Even Stan Lee was like, yeah, that's Spider-Man. He couldn't throw a single punch in the 90s whatsoever. Wow. Not once because of the censors. Stan Lee was kind of mad about that because
I can imagine.
Then X-Men, another one. Wolverine could only use his claws not for fighting. He could only use them for opening doors, cutting up sausage, and destroying inanimate objects. He could not use his claws at all in the X-Men cartoons. I was like, this sucks. And even then, they couldn't say someone died. There couldn't even be a funeral. There was one point there was supposed to be a funeral for Magneto. The X-Men just decided to go to a coffee shop to talk about it. That was literally in the script because of the censors. Dr. Sweet. Come on. What up, though? Let us know how that Valorant game goes.
Yeah.
But anyways, on to Stan Lee. Here. Grab her. But don't hurt her. I'm trying not to, but she is. Whoop. Sorry. It hurt a little bit. Dog was being a little bit of a bark bark. Yeah. But Stan Lee, okay, we got to talk about his cameos.
Yes.
We have to.
Yes.
So let's see. Very first one that I can think of, Spider-Man. The original Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Was that the hot dog vendor?
No, he was a guy that was saving a kid from the falling debris.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because I remember, I don't. He played a hot dog vendor in some movie.
I'm trying to remember what it was.
I think it was Spider-Man 2.
It very well could have been Spider-Man 2. But I actually went to a premiere where they were re-releasing Evil Dead. And there was an interview where fans were asking questions of Bruce Campbell. And Bruce Campbell is Sam Raimi's best friend.
Well, yeah.
And of course, you can't have a Sam Raimi movie without a Bruce Campbell cameo. You can't.
Right.
And funny enough, there was going to be a Spider-Man 4. Guess who the villain was going to be?
Bruce Campbell.
It was going to be Mysterio.
Oh, really?
Played by...
Bruce Campbell?
Yeah! And all those instances, like, Bruce Campbell was the usher in
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2 that turned away Peter from getting in. So he can literally say, I was the only person to stop Spider-Man. I'm like, yes. But eventually Tobey Maguire got it, like, we can't do a Spider-Man movie or a Sam Raimi movie without you. It's like, now you're getting a kid. Let's see, Spider-Man 2, what was Stan Lee? Belle! Get over here.
Was it the hot dog vendor?
It might have been the hot dog vendor. I cannot remember. We're going to have to find that one out.
Yeah.
In 3, he was a passerby.
Yeah, where he walks up to Peter and says, you know, what was it? I think one person can make a difference.
Yeah. Enough said.
Enough said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was great. That was actually the first time I knew of Stan Lee. That was the first cameo I saw. I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah. So let's see. I'm trying to remember. Was he also in Blade?
I actually haven't seen Blade.
You haven't seen the original Blade with Wesley Snipes. Y'all, you're going to have to do something about this. I have it on VHS.
Okay.
I have it on VHS with a VCR. We have got to watch it. It is so good. But anyways, let's get to the meat of the matter with this. After Spider-Man, it wasn't until...
He also cameoed in the X-Men movies too.
He did?
Yeah.
Okay, what was he in?
X-Men 3. He was like a person like gardening his garden.
Oh, yeah.
Watering his garden.
Yeah, he was also in the X-Men movies as well, when Magneto was, or someone. I'm trying to remember if it was Apocalypse, but he was with Dame Judi Dench as his wife, and he was like, he's looking up at the sky like, oh. I was like, oh, there's Stan Lee. But this is like well into the MCU.
Judi Dench was his wife?
No, she was his on-screen wife.
Oh, okay.
His wife had already passed away when he started doing his cameos.
Okay.
Bella, get over here. But let's see. Iron Man, the very first one. He played Hugh Hefner. That was a good one. That was a fun one.
Yeah. Hugh Hefner, Larry King, and I think, was it Iron Man 2? I think it was Iron Man 2.
Yeah, Iron Man 2, he was Larry King. Iron Man 3, what was he? I don't remember either. But let's see. Get up here, sweetie. Get up here. Come on. There you go. Let's see. So, Bruce, well, let's go on to the next one. The Incredible Hulk. He was the guy that drank the contaminated soda.
Yes.
The one that was supposed to be like orange, but it was green because of Bruce's blood.
Yeah. Which we never really find out like what happened to him.
I'm assuming he got better.
Okay.
Because I mean, if you, though that would honestly be like a sick and awesome power. It's like you're Stan Lee and you can go home. Excelsior! All you gotta do is say, "You won't like me when I go Excelsior." I'm like, yo. Let's see. After that, it was Larry King for Iron Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
In Thor, he was
a truck driver.
Yeah, he was. He was a truck driver trying to get Thor's hammer off the ground. He was saying, "Did it work?" And it's like, I know. When I saw it, I was like, "Bless you, Stan." Yeah. He just had this big. Every time I see his cameos, he's always got this big goofy smile where he just looks like he's having the time of his life.
You want to know what he said his favorite cameo is?
It's my favorite cameo. I know which one it is.
Okay.
I know absolutely which one it is, and we should save it for a little later. But anyways, let's see. Then there was Captain America, and he was a general.
Yeah.
And so the guy comes out. He's like, I thought he'd be taller. And Cap was elsewhere worrying about the war, which is what a soldier's supposed to be. Screw this pomp and circumstance. You're in a time of war. Ceremonies can wait.
Then
Avengers. I think he was
superheroes in wait, what was it? Superheroes in New York or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he was just a passerby that was grumpy, like, superheroes in New York. Ta! Which I'm like, that's a very Jewish thing to do, buddy. I should know. Oh, my God. But let's see. After that, it was Iron Man 3.
Which we still can't remember.
I can't remember. We're going to have to find out about that a little bit later. Ooh, what are we doing?
I'm going to look it up.
We're going to look it up? Okay. Well, let's see. After that, it was Thor the Dark World, which I think he was just a pedestrian, a passerby helping out. Iron Man 3, yes. Alright, so. Okay, that's just showing you. Whoa, hold on.
What?
Down. I saw something. Whoa, wait, hey, does Stan Lee have a cameo in Iron Man 3?
Portrays a beauty pageant judge.
Oh, beauty pageant judge.
Who appears on a television monitor.
It gives one of the contestants a 10. That's very Stan Lee. Okay. That's one of those movies that didn't do so well, and I completely forgot about 85-90% of it.
Yeah.
Same thing with Thor: Dark World. It was good, but you kind of forget about it 89%, except for the red stone. That's it. That's all you remember.
Yeah.
All right. So then after that,
it was Thor: Dark World, which again I don't really remember.
I don't remember it either. So we're gonna have to maybe come back to that one a little bit later.
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier, he's the museum guard.
Oh yeah,
he's the museum guard
Yes.
that said, "Oh,
I'm
so gonna get fired." That was him. That's one of my favorites. That's one of my favorites. It's not the favorite, but that's still one of those where he's where he's just got that look of, "Oh, I am screwed."
Yeah.
Funny enough, that was actually the Russo brothers' first movie in the MCU.
Yeah.
You know what they did before that?
What?
They directed a show
Community.
called Community.
Yeah. Which I guess is getting a movie.
It's getting a movie?
Yeah.
Yes! Yes! Oh my gosh, I love that show. My girlfriend and I introduced it to her. She loves it. She says, this is a lot like The Office, but for college. I'm like, that's the point. It's supposed to be cringy, a little bit weird. Bella, get over here. And just be absolutely farcical.
It sounds like the kind of show I would like, actually.
You would, but she kind of cringes at it because Chevy Chase plays a kind racist old fart, which I'm like, minus the racism part, you got that. But he's also kind of a drama queen, drama king, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Anyway, sticking with Stan Lee and his cameos. Next one, after Winter Soldier.
What was after Winter Soldier?
It had to be Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
I think so.
Okay, so Guardians of the Galaxy, he was one of...
He was,
he was the old guy on the
Yeah.
bridge. He was the old guy on the bridge that Rocket was looking at dude, get a woman your age. He's trying to woo someone, so... that one was yeah, there you go, get it, Stan. That one was a fun one. Let's see. After that,
it was Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron.
Welcome to Omaha Beach, Blondie.
Yeah, he was the one where he was a veteran reminiscing. It was what do you think, this is Omaha? I fought in Omaha. Come on, let's go. All right. Excelsior. Oh, that was a good one. Like I say, it's every time Stan Lee has a cameo, it looks like he's having the most fun of his time. Because all he's got to do is just show up, whatever the guy's telling him, and he's like, shing, shing, shing. Get over here, bud. Get over here, sweet. Come on. No. All right, after that, it was Ant-Man. That's the dog.
Yep.
All right, so Ant-Man was last of Phase 2.
Yeah.
So, was he not a security guard?
Oh, he was the bartender.
He's the bartender. Okay. God dang it, dog! You should put a paw on my stones. That point where it's ow. That's gonna look great. So he was the bartender at the big party when they're pulling off the heist?
No. It was during one of Luis's.
Oh yeah, this was one of the flashback monologues.
Yeah.
Yes. I completely forgot. I almost completely forgot about that one. Actually, let's be honest, I completely forgot about that one. All right, but that moves on to phase 3, and everybody was excited. Bella, get over here for some loving. All right, phase 3 started off with Doctor Strange.
Yes. I don't remember.
Come on up, sweetie. Come on up. Well, I just got Doctor Strange, so you would think I would know, but apparently I didn't. Let's see. Shoot. I'm trying to remember. Get over here if you want some more. Come on up. You little Tootsie Roll. Oh. I got the puppy.
Yeah. So Doctor Strange.
Well, she's kind of scared, ain't you? All right.
Yeah, Doctor Strange is one that
I don't think he was a monk. I think he was a dude. He was a dude that was, oh man. What was he? What was he? Man, this whole thing, I'm like, oof. We might have to look this one up. Why don't we look this one up? Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Straight. Yes.
Oh, on the bus.
He was on the bus
Yeah.
when they were fighting, right?
Yeah, I was reading the book.
Oh, that's who it was. That's who it was. Okay. Is that you? Is that your team? You make her tummy making a lot of noise. Pup's tummy making a lot of noise.
Yeah. So on Doctor Strange, he was on the bus, reading the book.
What was it in the newspaper he was looking at? He was looking at something. He was reading something.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
he
think
was reading.
Pretty sure it was a book.
Okay, it was probably reading a book.
Yeah.
All right. After Doctor Strange, it was Spider-Man.
I think so.
No, it wasn't Spider-Man. Because Civil War. No, Civil War was the start of.
Oh right,
phase
right.
3.
Because Civil War came after Ant-Man.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes.
And Civil War has oh my god, it's the Tony Stank one.
Yep, he was a FedEx driver at the end. Are you Tony Stank?
Never dropping that, by the way.
Oh, it's a great one. It is legitimately a great one. I mean, did you know that Tony Stark, RDJ, is actually friends with Jamie Foxx?
Oh, really?
Yeah, he is. And Jamie Foxx was also the director of a movie that will never see the light of day. And he has RDJ playing a Mexican.
Oh, wow.
Which is very much like, Tropic Thunder, which is RDJ's first role outside of the MCU that he did post Iron Man, where he was playing a black guy.
Yeah.
He legitimately was doing blackface, but I want to clarify, he was doing this for comedy's sake.
Right.
He was supposed to make fun of method acting. And he was great.
Yeah.
He was great. That was one of the only other times where Tobey Maguire was actually on screen.
Tobey Maguire?
Yeah. In a special little trailer where it was supposed to be like parodying, like drawing pictures with Tony Stark or Robert Downey Jr. In a homosexual relationship with this other monk.
Oh, wow.
They're both monks, but Tobey Maguire wants it to be for it, and Robert Downey Jr.'s character is like, no, we can't. But anyways,
yeah.
On to that one. It was Doctor Strange. It had to be after that one.
Yeah.
Then Spider-Man.
No, I think Guardians 2 came before Spider-Man.
Guardians 2 did come before Spider-Man.
Yeah.
We all know what that one was.
Yeah.
He was with the Overseers.
Yes.
He was like, let me tell you guys all about the story. And he was also in the end credits scene. He got 2 cameos.
Where they all just kind of walk away.
Yeah, because they're bored or something like that. It's like, man. Okay. Next one was
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where,
He was the one that was, when Spider-Man was making a little bit of ruckus, he said, "Don't make me come out there and pound you," or something like that, or whoop you. And so he then this other person starts coming out of the window. He's over here, and they just start talking to each other. I was like, "Oh, come on, that is great. That is great."
What was after Spider-Man Homecoming?
After Spider-Man Homecoming
Was Thor Ragnarok,
it was Thor Ragnarok.
where he cut off Thor's hair.
Yep, he was the one that cut off Thor's hair. It's like, please don't touch my hair. Please don't cut my hair. Let's be honest. Chris Hemsworth looked better when he had shorter hair. I was like, yes, your face looks skinnier. I mean, just look at my face. Look how much hair I got on here. You think my face looks skinny? No, it looks fat. If I do this, that would look skinny.
Chris Hemsworth looked so much better with shorter hair.
He did. And then after that was Avengers Infinity War, right?
No.
No?
After
Ragnarok?
Yeah, after Ragnarok, I thought it wasn't it Black Panther?
Black Panther wasn't there, but it was before. I think it was after Doctor Strange. I think. Let's see. What was he? What cameo did he have in Black Panther?
He was the poker.
Oh, he was a poker dealer.
Yeah.
That's right, in that casino. Because at this point, the MCU is so well established and his cameos are so well established. Like, if you can't do a Marvel movie without a Stan Lee cameo. Yeah. That's half the reason why people go to Marvel movies.
Yeah.
And that's why so many people just dropped off the MCU. Because once Stan Lee was gone, that was it.
Yeah. And then we'll get into this new supposed deal they have with what they're going to do with Stan Lee.
Oh, geez.
So,
I don't even think I want to know about that just yet. But after that,
so after Black Panther was Infinity War.
No, I feel like Black Panther was after Strange, or before Strange, but no, it was before Strange, because it was Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Thor.
Okay.
I think. Black Panther definitely was not that close to Infinity War. Like, it wasn't the one right before it. It was like Thor Ragnarok was right before. Because after Thor Ragnarok, it was Infinity War.
Yeah.
And what was Stan Lee's camp?
He was the bus driver.
He was the bus driver this time?
Yeah.
First he's sitting in the bus reading. Now he's the bus driver.
He's like, haven't you guys ever seen a spaceship before?
Yep. That was on the field trip. Yeah. Hey, you kids, pipe down. Have you ever seen a spaceship before? It's like, oh my God, bless you, Stan Lee. This is when Peter was suiting up.
Yeah.
All right.
And then it was Captain Marvel.
Yep.
In which he was sitting on the subway reading the script to Mallrats.
Yeah, he was. And then, Captain Marvel's pulling it down. He's like, huh? Hey! And she just smiles at him. I'm like, you're only doing that because of us, let's be honest. If it was just another dude, you'd probably be like, what you doing? But still, that was a good one. That was a solid one. I enjoyed it. So then after that, it was...
Wait a minute.
I think
Ant-Man and the Wasp was...
Before Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Ant-Man and the Wasp was was before Marvel, because that's when the snap occurred and Ant-Man was stuck in the, tinyverse.
Yeah. I don't remember what his cameo was in that. He was on the streets when his car gets shrunk. And he's
Yeah.
like, well, the 60s were fun, but now I'm paying for it.
That is a great one. That is one of my favorites right there. It's like, 60s were fun, but now I'm paying for it. I'm like, yeah. Is that your favorite one, too? No, your favorite one is just the colors.
So Captain Marvel was
Right before Endgame.
Yes.
And then in Endgame, it was that flashback. It was when they went back in time.
Make love, not war.
Yeah, those were literally his last words to us, and that has to be one of the most fitting cameos to end.
Yeah.
And I know, like, a lot of people went because, hey, it's Endgame. They want to see how the story ends. But also, they're like, this is the last Stanley cameo.
Yeah.
A lot of people were, like, bummed about that. So the internet did what the internet always does. We should make Ryan Reynolds Deadpool and have a Deadpool cameo in every single movie from now on. And Ryan Reynolds was like, I am all for this. Absolutely all for this. We just got to see about making it happen.
Yeah. I've heard some people say that Kevin Feige should do the cameos.
No.
No. Okay.
No, I don't think Kevin Feige should do the cameos because the way the MCU is going now, I don't think you want to put your face to that.
No.
Yeah, the way it's going, especially with the first episode of She-Hulk.
Oh my God.
Like, I get, the catcalling, but in one scene, she tried to kill these guys that were catcalling her. Like, in her saying in the next breath, I can control my anger, Bruce, infinitely more than you. Oh, no, you can't. You were this close to killing 3 guys. You did not have control of your anger, Jennifer Walters. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah. We'll have a separate discussion about She-Hulk.
Yeah, because there are 3 versions that are known. 3 of them. Mm-hmm. There is the comic book, then there is TV show, and I'm talking cartoon, and then there's the actual TV show, the live action.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. There was also one. He was in the X-Men movies, like First Class. Days of Future
Past. But those are like not really all that memorable.
They really aren't. Well, Days of Future Past actually is memorable, the movie itself, because that was a really good X-Men movie. Like, really well done. But I can't remember the cameo. I do remember Peter Dinklage was in there.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, that's cool.
Of course, a lot of people were like, why isn't Wolverine going back in time and not Kitty Pryde like in the comics?
Because, wait, wasn't Kitty Pryde killed off in this iteration? No, wait, she wasn't. She had the power to do so. Yeah. But what would draw people more is because, hey, you got Hugh Jackman going back in time. Because remember, people actually wanted Hugh Jackman's Wolverine in First Class.
Yeah.
He only did a cameo because he was busy.
Yeah.
So this movie, The Days of Future Past, was to make up for it.
Yeah.
Plus, I think it worked pretty dang well.
That First Class cameo was actually pretty funny.
It was. It was absolutely hilarious. It's like, we're putting together a team. How about you go F yourself? And they just turn around. Because if there's one thing I have learned, you don't talk to a man who is drinking unless it's a positive topic. And if it's anything about work, they're going to tell you those exact 3 words. And, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about X-Men, we also have to talk about Deadpool.
Yes.
Deadpool was freaking great. I watched that movie like 4 times in theaters. I think I was able to stay awake the first time through it. And I was like, "Oh, this is cool." Second time, yeah, this is pretty cool. Third time, hey, I've seen this before. But by the fourth time, I was like, "Dude, I am falling asleep in theaters because I know how it goes." Because all it is a romance movie with superheroes in it. But it works.
Yeah,
it works.
and Stanley's
Has a cameo of that sucker because Ryan Reynolds pulled for that one.
And it's at a strip club.
I know.
Yeah,
And guess what his favorite cameo was?
the strip club.
The strip club, and that's one of my favorites. Give it up for Chastity. I was like, this is Stanley in his own like, yeah.
I don't remember what the Deadpool 2 cameo was.
Was he? Did he camp? I thought Deadpool 2 was after Endgame, wasn't it?
Was it?
I think it was after Endgame.
Okay.
It was. So there wasn't a Stanley cameo.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is a shame because that could have been really fun. But we got Bob and X-Force being put together. But I think another cameo that was really fun in there, it was, the Invisible Dude. I don't know if anybody remembers this.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah, Brad Pitt.
Not just Brad Pitt, but also, I think Matt Damon.
Yeah.
And
Matt Damon and Alan Tudyk.
Alan Tudyk, yeah.
And Josh Brolin. Josh Brolin was already, Cable.
Yeah.
But, of course, this happens in a separate universe, so it's like there's no problem here. But now that Disney has acquired Fox,
and they just put both Deadpool movies and Logan on Disney Plus.
Those are good movies.
Uncensored.
Uncensored.
Yeah.
That is ballsy of Disney to do that. But I can guess it's because Phase 4 kind of sucked.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. Phase 4 just did not do well. If Stan Lee could see this after all his cameos, he'd be like, what the heck did you guys do?
And I remember hearing one quote from him that was actually going around social media for a while, where he was talking about, I don't remember what it was in regards to, but he was talking about how, I can remember what it was.
We'll get back to it.
Yeah, if I can remember.
It's okay. But anyways, I would have to say that because of his cameos, everyone started hunting it around like, it was one of those, you got easy to find Easter eggs, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun watching those. Because we loved seeing, Stan Lee. Because to a number of us, he created these heroes that were larger than life, and who we wanted to be. But yeah. Let's see. So, I would have to say with all his cameos, my favorite one was, the strip club at Deadpool.
Yeah.
Bella, get over here. Keeps barking.
Also, he wasn't just in the Raimi Spider-Man films, but also the Andrew Garfield ones too.
That he was. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
In the first one, he was the librarian.
Yeah.
What was he in the second one? I'm trying to remember what he was in the second one.
Don't remember.
Was he like a janitor or something?
I think so.
I think he was. I think he was a janitor at this mega corporation where Electro gets his powers.
Yeah.
He's in tight. Oh. But now they're planning on doing Spider-Man 4, 5, and 6 with Tom Holland.
Yeah.
This poor kid is going to get a whole ton of work. But you want to know what's even weirder than that? They were going to try, if Sony did not reacquire the rights to Spider-Man, Spider-Man would have been in She-Hulk.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. But the way the show's going right now, I don't know if that. I'm kind of thinking that's a good thing that he's not in that.
Yeah.
Because it is a train wreck. But they're trying to redeem themselves with Daredevil.
Yeah. Which I can almost guarantee you that Daredevil scene in the She-Hulk trailer is going to be an end credit scene. In one episode.
Yeah, one episode. It's going to be like it will be an end credit scene. That much is like a guarantee.
Yeah.
It's nuts, but I love Charlie Cox's Daredevil, both seasons of it.
Yeah. Season 3 was.
There was a third season?
Yes.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Was that after Defenders?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I got a lot to catch up on. But I liked, Punisher. I liked Punisher, like the interpretation of it. Like it was good, like really good.
Yeah. Although I could not get through the Punisher TV show.
Dude, I had trouble trying to get through Jessica Jones. Everyone was raving it, saying it's so good. And I wanted to see it because of David Tennant, one of my favorite guys who's played Barty Crouch Jr., the 10th Doctor, my favorite Doctor.
And Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah, and Scrooge McDuck from DuckTales, the new DuckTales. And also his voice work in Star Wars Clone Wars. Like he voiced a Jedi robot to help construct the lightsaber. But yeah. So I'm hoping. But wait, in Phase 5, aren't they bringing back Daredevil and giving him his own movie? Or is he getting like a TV show?
He's getting a TV show.
What?
Yeah. Daredevil Born Again.
Daredevil Born Again. Are they trying to go for like a reboot to Daredevil?
It's going to have 18 episodes.
Okay, they better not screw it up.
Yeah.
Because I really liked the first season of Daredevil when it came out. It was so good. Bella, get up here. All right, be down there.
Yeah. And really, we don't know who's going to be returning, aside from Charlie Cox and I'm sure Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin.
Yes. Because he has not come in, and honestly, he has the potential to be like, an overarching villain for like at least Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And if they can get Daredevil, perhaps they could get Punisher.
Yeah.
But that might be too risky.
But yeah, given how Kingpin was treated in Hawkeye.
How bad was Vincent D'Onofrio treated in Hawkeye? Was he made to be a joke?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Even your dog can't believe it. That is horrible.
But yeah.
So I would have to say, well, with all the Stan Lee cameos that we know of, it was a lot, but they were all really good. I thoroughly enjoyed each one because the guy helped create so many memorable comic book heroes.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. So, I think we could probably wrap this one up a little bit early because we got nothing much else to talk about. Except there's one thing I do have to talk about. I guess they're trying to go with Kang Dynasty for the next Avengers movie.
Yeah.
Was Kang even set up? Because I think he's like a major villain for like time travel and stuff.
Yeah. They introduced him at the end of Loki.
Oh.
Yeah. One thing I do want to talk about though is what Marvel is planning to do with Stan Lee in the future.
Yeah, what are they gonna do?
Apparently, like there's like this new deal or something where I guess they're gonna create like some kind of like a CG version of Stan Lee to put in their movies or something like that.
Are they gonna do like what they did with Grand Moff Tarkin and Princess Leia in Rogue One?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know if that's a good thing because Rogue One, the Grand Moff Tarkin cameo with Peter Cushing, there were points where it looked pretty good, but it also looked pretty stupid. And even the ones with Princess Leia looked like pretty dang good, really, really good with Carrie Fisher. But even I gotta look at this and say, you guys are literally just digging up a corpse.
Yeah.
For cameos for cash. just let the guy lie down.
Yeah.
He has earned more than enough money to take care of his kids and his grandkids. He's done enough. He's done enough. I don't think they should, but that's my personal opinion.
Yeah, I really don't think they should do this either.
Yeah, I think it's
a bad idea.
I think it is a bad idea. So, what are we going to talk about next time on Movie Madness?
Well, we have a couple of options.
All right, what do you want to go with?
Okay.
Because I've given like a lot of them,
Okay.
so I think we should go with one that you came up with.
Okay.
You want to do the Spider-Man one?
Yes, let's do the Spider-Man.
All right, which one? We're going to focus on Homecoming?
Yeah.
Next time we're talking about Spider-Man Homecoming and how big of a goof it made. Better not show this to my cousin, otherwise he's been like, well, listen here with Spider-Man. Because I kid you not, my cousin, he's got a Spider-Man pinball machine. Life-size statue replica of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. He's got Spider-Man memorabilia out the wazoo. But we're going to talk about... Yeah, we're going to be ending. Actually, we just finished up talking about Lee Cameos. And next time, it's going to be Spider-Man Homecoming. And some of the... it did.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's it for us. In the broadcast. Bye.
All right. Like, comment, subscribe.
Yep. Because this is YouTube.
Yes.
And we need help. Bills.